Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. This one's going out to our buddy Uber Class. They say that EP is one of their favorite daily traditions. Gotta love that rundown. Thank you so much. This rundown is dedicated to you. Will Pokémon Go be another fad, or will it be a lasting success? The game launched last week in the US and is already a massive phenomenon, becoming the biggest mobile game in history. Many have questioned how lasting the popularity will be, though, fearing that it might die out quickly. Now we may have that answer. According to the online survey site SurveyMonkey, Pokémon Go has a retention rate that's double what you normally see from a mobile game. That means people aren't getting tired of it like they do with similar titles, which indicates it will stay popular for a while. In fact, its popularity looks as though it's going up. Yesterday, it had 26 million active players across iOS and Android, which is more than Google Maps, the app that actually helps power the game in the first place. Download rates aren't dropping off either, although that's probably because the game is still rolling out worldwide. It was just released in the UK and most of Europe, and a Canadian release is expected to happen any day now. I discussed the longevity of Pokémon Go with Ben Silverman and Jose Sanchez in the latest episode of our Vic's Basement podcast. You can watch that by clicking the link on your screen or in the description below. As for what's happening in the game itself, developer Niantic Labs has begun taking requests from players for new Pokémon gyms, which will come in handy if you live in a small town or somewhere that doesn't have a lot of landmarks. You can also use the same request form to alert them about gyms that are located in potentially dangerous areas, which follows a week of news stories about people getting into trouble while playing the game. We've added a link to the form below this video if you want to help out. Don't start blowing the dust off your old Nintendo cartridges just yet. Nintendo has confirmed new details about their tiny NES Classic Edition, which was just announced yesterday. The new console comes with 30 classic Nintendo games pre-installed, but many have wondered if you'll be able to buy and download more on top of the ones included. Sadly, Nintendo has confirmed that you will not be able to add games. The console has no internet connection and doesn't support external storage devices, so what it comes with is what you get. Still, 30 games is pretty good, especially when you consider that the console has a sticker price of $60 US. As for your classic Nintendo cartridges, those won't work either. The new system is designed to look like the original Nintendo, but the little door in front is just for show and doesn't actually open. Oh well. We're still looking forward to it. The NES Classic Edition hit stores on November 11th. Many are hoping that Nintendo will release classic versions of their other consoles like the Super Nintendo and N64. They haven't ruled it out, so keep your fingers crossed. Batman will continue cleaning up the streets of Gotham next month. Telltale Games has announced that the first episode of their new Batman game will be available to download in August, with a physical release hitting stores on September 13th. Like their previous games, the story will be broken up into 5 different episodes, with every decision you make having a lasting impact from one chapter to the next. The story isn't based on any existing Batman comic or film and will tell a new tale that explores the duality of Bruce Wayne's psyche. Telltale is introducing a new investigation mechanic into their familiar gameplay, so Batman will get to show his detective side. Can't wait. All 5 episodes of the game are expected to be released before the end of the year. Chewie, we're home. The annual Star Wars Celebration fan event kicked off today in London and runs all weekend long, so you can expect loads of Star Wars news. First up, the spin-off movie Rogue One had a panel earlier today where the cast and crew showed off new behind-the-scenes footage and a trailer. It looks like the rumors about Disney wanting to change the tone of the film were unfounded because it still looks as gritty and realistic as ever. The story takes place before the original Star Wars movie, focusing on the ragtag group of rebels who stole the Death Star plans using whatever means necessary. Even though this is technically a Star Wars prequel, director Gareth Edwards is doing as much as possible in camera with practical effects and not just relying on CGI. Rogue One will force its way to theaters this December.
May the Force be with us.
In other news from the Star Wars celebration, Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, took the stage in a panel of his own. He didn't reveal any secrets about Star Wars Episode 8, which is almost done shooting, but he did confirm that Luke will have a bigger part of the story this time around. He adds that the high degree of secrecy surrounding the film is important because they want fans to be surprised, but that will likely do little to quell the rebellious leakers on the internet. Star Wars Episode 8 arrives next year. Over in the game world, Electronic Arts will release the long-awaited offline mode for Star Wars Battlefront on Wednesday next week. It's built for players who don't have an active internet connection, allowing you to play offline for the first time since the game launched. Players will be able to jump into the Walker Assault or Fighter Squadron modes with all the other players generated by AI bots. If you don't want to go it alone, you'll also be able to have a friend join you via local split-screen co-op. For those of us with an active internet connection, EA will be showing off the game's upcoming Death Star DLC during a Star Wars Celebration panel tomorrow, so stay tuned for coverage on that. Star Wars Celebration doesn't wrap up until Sunday, so expect loads more announcements about the galaxy far, far away before it ends.
Chewie, we're home.
And that wraps us up for the rundown. Have yourselves a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.